We're in 10th. What on earth are you talking about, Riyadh? Hello and welcome back to more Careering Onwards with me, Mr. Grand 2, and Leicester City, and France is of course where we are at. And well, it's October now, we've gone to a reasonable portion of the way into the season, and things have been going pretty well, I think, although apparently the media in the game and some former Leicester legends, including Riyad Mahrez and also Claudio Ranieri, are not impressed. The same can really be said for the board as well. They're not particularly impressed either. It's C+, only a stable job security. But as said in the intro, we're in 10th. So I don't really understand why everyone is acting as if we're in the relegation zone and we're rubbish, given the fact that we were a promoted side last year. I mean, we're literally on course to become recognised as the best of the rest, apparently. And we're on course for a top half finish, so I don't know what the issue is. They're apparently disappointed we're not playing attacking football, but we're playing exactly the same system as last year, so I don't know why it's not being attacking. Anyway, let's look at the league table first, and as you can see, we are in 10th with 10 points. I mean, it's not been the best start ever, but it's not like we're doing terribly. We're not doing as badly as Barnsley. I mean, Everton are in the relegation zone, and I mean, is there a witch hunt for their manager? I don't know. Given the fact that our expectation this season from the board is top half and we are currently slap bang in the middle, given the fact that the media prediction is for us to finish in, 16th, I mean, I think we're doing really well. It was down to 17th now, so I think we're doing fantastically well. Very strange. Anyway, let's have a look and see what's happened since last time. Obviously that 0-0 draw with Arsenal, which was pretty good. Since then things have been, I mean, not amazing, as I said, not amazing, but still quite good. We got our first win against Barnsley, obviously one of the teams who came up with us last season, the playoff winners, and they beat us last season in the league. I think it was a 3-2 game as well. Indeed it was, but it was a 3-2 defeat on that occasion, so we've got some revenge with a 3-2 win this time round. Michael Agbo on the score sheet again for them, but Nelson Pratt and Esposito getting the goals to get the job done. We did kind of nearly throw it away, it was 2-2, but then Esposito scored a fantastic one-on-one late on to give us the win. A 0-0 with Everton then, which is pretty creditable, and then we beat Mansfield in the Cup. Lewis Munteanu getting the first goal of his Leicester career. I still haven't given him a face, I forgot to do that. We then lost 3-1 to Manchester City, which, I mean, it's not really much shame in that. Andreas Skavoldsen got his first goal for the club. That was the point where the board, apparently, they were very disappointed by that. They're very disappointed that we lost to Manchester City. I mean, okay, like, I don't understand. We got promoted last season. Get some perspective, please, people. A 2-2 draw with Newcastle was a little bit disappointing. We did take the lead in the game twice, and twice we did surrender it. Locatelli scored a thunderbolt. Skavoldsen scored as well, but a 2-2 draw was the end result. We then beat Fulham 1-0. Munteanu getting his second goal, his first goal in the league, which was it wasn't a fantastic strike. It was a bit of a scuffed effort, but it went in, and that's all that really matters. We did get eliminated from the League Cup, though. A creditable 1-1 draw with Liverpool before we lost a penalty shootout. And then the actual only result I would say was genuinely disappointing was a 1-0 defeat to Watford. Kasper Dolberg, obviously striker for me formerly when I was in charge of the Danish national side, getting the only goal in that one. A bit of I mean, we kind of did, I don't think we dominated the game, but we did have quite a lot of chances. We hit the woodwork, and we did have a clear-cut chance, whereas they didn't have any, so it was a bit unfortunate, really. But then most recently a 1-1 draw with Spurs, which, again, we took the lead, and then they scored through Harry Kane penalty, but I can't really argue too much with that. Away from home, it's not too bad. So today then we are going to be playing West Brom at home. They're in 16th, hopefully a game we can win. That's going to be the second game of the episode, because we are in the middle of an international break, which I did actually realise and intentionally did, because we are going to be playing as our first match a game with France, because it is a match against Holland, one of the probably the toughest side in our qualification group, and I believe, if my maths is correct, if we can beat them, then we will qualify for the European Championships today. It's a kind of a mixed episode, best of both worlds. You get to see the club side and the international side in one without it being insanely long. So let's have a look and see how things have been going with France. 3 games since we took over in the Euro qualification tournament. We first started off with a 1-0 win against the Czech Republic, a penalty from Kylian Mbappe giving us the win there. We then played Slovakia, and it was a 1-0 win. A Kylian Mbappe penalty giving us the win there. And then a 4-0 win against Cyprus. We raced into a 2-0 lead thanks to 2 Kylian Mbappe penalties. And then eventually we did actually score a goal from open play. It was an own goal from Ali Reynolds for them, and then Thomas Lemar scored an actual proper goal for us from open play for the first time in 3 games for a comfortable 4-0 win. And that has left us top of the group, 5 points clear of Holland, still with a game in hand on them. That's the game against the Czech Republic. But as said, if we can beat Holland, then unless I'm being really thick, I think we can qualify today. But before we can get to that, we've got some thoroughly exciting news that James Tarkowski has presumably just fallen down some steps or something. He's broken his hip and will be out for 3 months. Absolutely brilliant news, although we do at least have a couple of extra centre-backs who can play. If he, I mean, not that he plays, obviously he's the bench one, but we've got that young guy, Tony Wheeler. He can fill in if we need to rotate the side. But yeah, always annoying to get a random pointless injury like that in training when you're not even there. Anyway, this is the team we're going to go with for the game against Holland. I'm not 100% sure on the best possible lineup at the moment, but this is what we've more or less been using when everyone's been fit. Alphonso Areola is going to be in goal with Ferland Mendy at left back, Benjamin Pavard at right back, and then Aymeric Laporte partnering Raphael Varane in midfield. Camavinga is going to be in a deep line playmaker role because he's just really good, isn't he? Just really very good. He needs to play somewhere, and he can go there for now. Tanguy Ndombele is going to be in the box-to-box role. We could play Kante, but I think I'm going to go with Ndombele for now. Paul Pogba is going to be in the Mazzala role. And then the wingers, I mean, we've got so many attacking options, it's pretty frightening. I don't even have Moussa Dembele in the squad at the moment, but Ousmane Dembele is going to be on the left-hand side. Kylian Mbappe on the right-hand side. I think he's quite suited to that, actually. And then Antoine Griezmann is going to be up front today. He's a question mark. He's 32. It seems to be declining a little tiny bit. Still very good, though. And lots of other options on the bench. Let's see how we can get on. Can we get qualification in the bag today? Quite a narrow formation from the Dutch. They're playing De Ligt at right back. I mean, they do have a sort of plethora of quality centre-backs, but even still, that's interesting. They've got Frankie de Jong, of course, Van der Beek as well, and Univard, very, very good. Memphis Depay up front for them too. It's not going to be easy, but I'm expecting us to get the win. So first highlight is us coming forwards, and Ndombele with a pretty wild ball forwards, but it's worked its way through anyway, and Griezmann forces a shot from Zoet in the Dutch goal. Mbappe with a resultant corner, which is come back to him, and it's going all over the place. Paul Pogba with a shot, and it's another good save from the Dutch goalkeeper, and it's a chance for the Dutch to break. Actually, I thought the highlight was going to end. Memphis Depay running down the right hand side, Camavinga cleans up, and it does now end. Well, the Czech Republic are winning their game, which would mean we wouldn't be able to qualify today unless we beat the Dutch, I think. So let's just try and do that. Pavard on the right hand side flings the ball across. It's come to Ousmane Dembele. He's been robbed by De Ligt. We haven't looked particularly fluid in any of the games we've played so far. Ndombele wins the ball and then just doesn't get it on target. Shoots straight at the goalkeeper. But yeah, we've not been particularly fluid so far. I mean, apparently this is excellent. We have played quite well. We have dominated and stopped them from having a single shot on target. But yeah, just need to gel a little bit more, and we should be hopefully quite good. Need to maybe introduce some more young players into the side. A lot of these guys are getting quite old now. In fact, let's bring on a youngster. Paul Pogba's not having the best game of his career, so we'll bring on Hossim Aouar in his place, as there's a highlight. I think, is this a real highlight or one of those fake highlights? Dembele cuts inside to Mbappe, looking for him to make his mark today. Well, there you go. That's how he does it. That's why he's the best player in the game, because from nothing really, he can grab you a goal. Good work from Ousmane Dembele. Mbappe, I mean, there doesn't really look like there's much on here. The defence is well set for Holland. Just kicks it in. I mean, Van Dijk slides for it. Zoet has no idea what's happened really, and we have taken the lead with 20 minutes to go. Now I'm going to take off Griezmann for Gouiri, who theoretically should be amazing at Monaco. Let's see if he can. Dembele's also got a bit of an injury, so we'll take him off as well for Thomas Lemar. And I mean, can we get a second just to seal this one? It's looking pretty good. Well, there's another highlight late on here in injury time. Areola flings it out to Mbappe. Can he grab himself second? Runs inside. Giori's there, goes to the wrong side of the goalkeeper, and Zoet forces puts it out for a corner, which is just knocked clear by De Ligt. Another corner though, knocked away by De Ligt again. Lamar gets it back. It's a chance for the Dutch to break potentially here. Wijnaldum to shares out to Daley Blind on the left hand side, knocks it, and it's gone to Mbappe. Pavard trying to drive forwards with it. Mbappe to Aouar. It's a terrible pass from Kylian, and Bergwijn's in, goes to the shot, which Areola saves. And I think this is hopefully going to be it. One final highlight for us. Mendy to Ndombele, driving run from him. Second would seal it. Camavinga not going to take the shot on. Comes to Mbappe again, and he's just offside. And I think that is going to be that. I hope it's going to be that. I hope it is. Then we can seal qualification. There we go. All done. All secure. And we are, I believe, now hopefully in the European Championships. Yes, we are. We qualify with 2 games to spare, which is very good indeed. I mean, it'd be nice if we could score a few more goals, but then when you've got Mbappe on the right hand side, he's basically just a cheat code. But yeah, I think we need to think about the striker situation. I'm not sure who the best one to go with is. Right then, I've taken off my France hat. It was blue. You can't see it, but it was. And now I'm put back on my Leicester hat, which is a slightly different shade of blue. And we've got West Brom in a couple of days' time, or a day's time. And I'm just in the press conference, and I'm being asked if I remember Wilfred Ndidi's plea to James Justin to stay at Leicester before his eventual decision to leave. I mean, okay, I don't have any regrets, and I don't think Wilfred does either, because he's not here either, so who cares what he thinks about it? But we will be facing a former player in James Justin, and also Joe Lolly, who I sold a while ago now. I mean, yeah, it'll be great to see Joe. I just hope he doesn't enjoy the game too much. I'll be honest, I completely forgot he ever played for me, but there we go. Well, a win today would be certainly very nice, and would hopefully go some way to easing the pressure that is, for some reason, on me and on the team. I've no idea why the game suddenly has ridiculously over the top expectations. So this is the team then. We have had a few injuries recently which have kind of affected us a little bit, in addition to the injury to Tarkowski, which you obviously saw earlier on. But this is how we're going to line up for this one then. We're going to have Neil Etheridge in goal. He's been, pretty decent, not as consistent as he was in the Championship, but that's because the sort of standard of players he's facing is obviously a lot higher. Josh Tyman is going to be at left back. Webster Soyuncu, the central defensive partnership with Pereira on the right hand side. Last season's central midfield is restored with Alexis Blin coming in place of Manuel Locatelli, who is injured for another couple of weeks or so he's not going to feature in this episode. But yeah, Pratt and Chowdhury still there. In the wide areas, we are kind of struggling. No one's playing particularly well. Skov Olsen's done okay, so he's going to be on the right-hand side today. Trincao has not been particularly good. In fact, neither's Dilrosun, but we're going to bring him back in for today because he's done slightly better than Trincao. Esposito has been injured for the last couple of weeks. In fact, how long was it? It was a hamstring strain he sustained in an under-21s match for Italy, so he's been out for the last month, which has been kind of, I think, unfortunate because Aubameyang hasn't been amazing, and well, we have seen a couple of goals from Monatau, but yeah, he's not been as consistent as we know Esposito can be. So hopefully it'll help us out today against West Brom. Very interesting lineup from West Brom. They've got James Justin, of course, a former player. They've also got Ibrahim Sangare playing in central defence. He's definitely more of a midfielder from my experience. Nathan Ferguson as well is an interesting youngster. They've got Tyrone Mings at left back. They've still got Romain Sawyers. They've got Lucas Prato on the left-hand side. And then Michy Batshuayi up front. So this is, it's certainly an interesting lineup, if nothing else. But I do expect a win. They're in 16th. We're at home. They are, they were in the Premier League last season, but they're not especially one of the strongest teams. We should be winning this game. Pratt with an early free kick. That would be lovely if that had gone in. Soyuncu, though, heads against the bar. Can we find a relatively early breakthrough? If that had gone in, that probably would have gone in last season when our luck was sort of more in our favour. But we're going to have to sort of make our own luck this season in the Premier League. And, well, that's not really how you do it, is it? Soyuncu could have had a goal at the other end, gives away a goal at our end, just completely just dallies on the ball. One of our most experienced players, one of our best players, that was just idiocy from him. Batshuayi scores his 7th of the season. Brilliant start of the season from him, and we are behind, and it's our own doing. Not good, really. It's not good. I mean, I'd understand the criticism if we didn't win this one. Chowdhury wins the ball back, driving forward. Esposito's there, and well, he's back. He's back from injury, and he is our own clinical striker. 2nd of the season for him, in what is really only his 2nd real opportunity to actually play so far this season. Lovely ball from Chowdhury, great run from him, and then, well, Esposito, clinical finish from the Italian, which we know he is capable of, and we are back on level terms. We have had the fairest share of play, but there's only one goal to show for it, and unfortunately that defensive mistake has meant we are on level terms. Apparently Etheridge is being blamed for the goal. That doesn't seem right to me. It was clearly Soyuncu's fault. Anyway, Esposito, can he go for a second? Cuts inside from the right. He's given it to Alexis Blin, who smashes it home. Took a bit of a deflection from one of the West Brom defenders, I think, but what a run from Esposito. 2 fantastic runs from our players. They cuts inside, but across to with a simple pass to Blin, gets a bit of a divot off one of the defenders' shins or ankles, I think, and it wrong foots the goalkeeper, and we do have the lead. And West Brom coming forwards. Lucas Prato on the left-hand side, robbed by Ricardo Pereira though. He's now driving forwards. Great run from him. Is he going to go for a shot? He is, and he's not that far away. 15 minutes to go. Can we get another goal? That would really help us to see this one out. Etheridge, interesting ball from him. It's come back to us though. Skov Olsen, not seen much from him. Feeds Ricardo Pereira, gets it back, puts the ball in, and it's just kind of bouncing all over the place. It's back to Chowdhury, and then Pereira is trying to get it again. Ball across to Esposito. There he is. There's the goal. It's 3-1, and hopefully now the points are a little bit safer. Good work from Blin, and he's been very active today on the right hand side. In fact, we've seen quite a lot of players down the right hand side, all doing some impressive things, apart from the guy who's actually meant to be there. Not seen really anything from Skov Olsen. We might have to make a change. I mean, Dilroson's been pretty woeful, so we'll bring on Trincao. I mean, I've not seen Dilroson do anything at all. I can't even think he's got a touch. Anyway, West Brom coming forwards immediately from kickoff, which is always a great sign. Dragomir, Sangare. I mean, this is looking ominous. Joe Lolly off the bench. Well, I mean, Sangare with a good effort. I'll bring on Reece Nelson. I think we probably should take off Esposito because his fitness isn't amazing, and I don't want him to get injured given how important he is. He's not going to like it because he is on a hat-trick, but I think in the long term I can deal with a minor bit of annoyance from him, and then, well, there we go, 3-1. 3-1. Good result in the end. Not the most convincing performance, but then it's a step up in class. We've been playing in the Championship for 3 years. Well, Leicester have been playing in the Championship for 3 years, and it's going to take more than one window to make us able to really be outstanding. If only the media in the game and the board would really appreciate that. But our 3rd win of the season, very good indeed. It does mean we are still in 10th, which is not too bad. That's still top half. That's what the board want. That's all the board want this season, even if the media are kind of, thinking we should be apparently winning the league or something, which is a bit ridiculous. Well done, Sebastiano. We've definitely missed you while you've been injured, that is for sure. But there we go then. Good way to end the episode, and well, it's been a bit of an inconsistent start to the season. Hopefully we can kick on a little bit in the rest of the period towards January. We are going to be back probably sometime in December. We've got quite a lot of games to play in that one. I mean, I'm not sure which exactly we should come back with. 3 away games in a row. That's going to be absolutely fun. Probably some of these home games then. Maybe Liverpool. See how we get on against them. Liverpool, Brighton, or maybe Liverpool, Southampton. Liverpool and then the Liverpool Academy. Yeah, we'll see how things go, how we're shaping up. Hopefully the board will just be sort of happy. We're still only stable. I think they're being a little bit unfair. Obviously, if we're in danger of being sacked, then we'll come back a bit sooner, but that is hopefully not going to happen. So yeah, probably somewhere around the Liverpool game is where we will come back to. So thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe as well so you don't miss the next one. And I'll see you next time.